What's worse than a life sentence in a maximum security prison? That would be a life sentence. In a Russian maximum security prison, not just locked away, but buried inside a concrete vault deep in the icy tundra, miles from civilization. No escape, no freedom, no hope. For most of us, that's a nightmare we'd never imagine. But for a chosen few, it's reality. These are not ordinary prisons. These are places designed to erase people from society, from memory, and sometimes from humanity itself. And today we're going to take you inside one of the most secretive, most feared institutions on Earth. A place where the only thing colder than the weather is the heart of the men who live there. Inside this prison, monsters walk upright. And by the end of this story, when you hear what they've done, you just might be glad they never get to leave. This is Russia's Supermax, and once you're inside, the only way out is in a body bag. If stories like this fascinate you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next dark truth we uncover. A black dolphin, crafted by the inmates themselves, stands just outside the gates. A strange mascot for a place built to swallow men whole. But in Russia, prisons often bear animal names: polar owl, white swan, and here, black dolphin, a symbol of freedom twisted into something unrecognizable. To understand why this prison exists, we need to go back. The collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s left Russia in chaos, streets filled with poverty, despair, and violence. Crime didn't just rise, it exploded. Between 1988 and 1994, the murder rate more than tripled. By 2003, Russia ranked among the deadliest places on Earth. The government needed a solution, a place to bury the worst offenders where no one would hear them scream. So they looked east, far from Moscow's lights, and found an old labor colony from the 18th century. They turned it into something new, something colder, something final. And they gave it a name that mocked the very idea of release: Black Dolphin. Because in this place, freedom is not just rare, it's extinct. Black Dolphin isn't just isolated by geography, it's erased by design. There are no flashy signs, no visible checkpoints, just a rectangle of silence on the map. No shops, no traffic, just a hospital, a dentist, and a void surrounded by walls. From satellite view, the prison spans roughly 40,000 square meters, surprisingly spacious for 700 inmates, each with blood on their hands. But space doesn't equal freedom. This isn't a prison built to reform, it's built to contain. And the deeper you go inside, the tighter it coils. Multiple steel doors seal every corridor. Walls rise far above a man's height, crowned with loops of barbed wire. Guards describe it as a fortress layered in layers, where even hope can't climb out. And perhaps the strangest irony? A souvenir shop sits just outside the main gate, a place where tourists can buy keychains, just feet from the men who took lives with their bare hands. But what makes Black Dolphin truly inescapable isn't just the walls. It's the routine, the rules, and the way it strips a human being down to something far less. In Black Dolphin, even the walls watch you. Each inmate is monitored 24 hours a day. Cameras never blink, and guards sweep through every 50 minutes without fail. Most cells house 2 men, but the more dangerous ones, they live alone, by design. Even when inmates share space, they're forbidden from forming bonds. No eye contact, no whispers, no alliances. The cells themselves are cages within cages, layers of metal meant to outlast even the most desperate attempt at escape. But the control doesn't end there. It follows them, literally every step of the way. When a prisoner is moved, he's blindfolded, shackled, his hands raised behind his back, his body bent forward in submission, a posture that guarantees one thing: total domination. There's zero chance to run, fight, or resist. And if a guard issues a command, there's only one acceptable response: yes, sir. Anything else invites punishment. This is not a place for rehabilitation. It's a system engineered to erase the very idea of resistance until a man is no longer a threat because he no longer feels human. Here, silence isn't peace, it's strategy. Prisoners wake in rooms with no color, no comfort, and no true night because the lights never turn off. Even in sleep, they're watched. Meals come 3 or 4 times a day, depending on the source, but the menu never changes. Soup all year round, enough to live, never to feel alive. Each spoonful is monitored. Inmates here have killed an average of 5 people each. And in this place, even a spoon becomes suspect. The air inside stays just above freezing. Thin blankets, thin mattresses, and thinner patients. There's heat technically, but only enough to survive in discomfort. Every act is scheduled, even shaving. Only electric razors are allowed. Blades are too risky. Soap and toilet paper? Rationed. Well-behaved inmates may earn the privilege of cleaning. Others are sent to isolation. No bed, no sound, no mercy. And through it all, the dogs bark, trained by guards, constant, echoing, a living reminder that resistance is pointless, that inside these walls, you don't rehabilitate, you decay, quietly under control. Lieutenant Dennis Abior, one of Black Dolphin's senior officers, once told National Geographic, "To call them people makes your tongue bend backward. Inside these walls are not just inmates, but predators sealed from society forever." Take Ramesh Hasanovich Gashiev. Between 1997 and 1999, he and his 4 accomplices terrorized 2 rural settlements near the Georgian border, robbing, torturing, and killing at least 10 victims, all ethnic Russians. The crimes were so brutal, prosecutors pushed for genocide charges. It didn't stick, but the death sentence did, until it was reduced to life under Russia's moratorium. He remains locked away in Black Dolphin 2 decades later, but he's not alone. Andrei Fyodorovich Melnyuk earned the nickname the Brick Maniac. From 2000 to 2002, he preyed on the elderly, bludgeoning them with bricks, then robbing them. One victim, a 75-year-old woman, survived long enough to identify him. He appealed. The court said no. And now, like so many here, he waits. Not for freedom, not for justice, but simply to vanish. 6 victims, 2 boarders, 1 shadow in the dark. Kash Shamshiev Urayev, reportedly a convicted serial killer and alleged cannibal, is said to have confessed to murdering 6 women between 1991 and 2012 in remote regions near Kazakhstan and Mongolia. His pattern, according to reports, was chillingly consistent: intoxicated, rejected, and then violent. One of these murders led to a sentence of only 8 years. He was released in 2006. A year later, based on available records, he reportedly strangled another woman to death. He's now serving life inside Black Dolphin. But not every inmate is a nameless predator. S. Japar Amaro, a former mayor of a Caucasus city, was once a prominent economist and politician. According to Russian state sources, he was accused of terrorism, ordering a political assassination in 2011, and having ties to organized crime. He survived 15 assassination attempts, but not the legal system. In 2015, he was sentenced to life in Black Dolphin. To this day, he claims he's innocent, framed in a political conspiracy. And then there's Alexander Alexandrov. According to a report by Radio Free Europe, he became the first person ever reported to escape from Black Dolphin in 2016, vanishing from a low-security facility on site. No confirmed recapture, no public statement. Some vanish into Black Dolphin. He may have vanished from it. Alexander Alexandrov, a petty thief turned ghost. He was reportedly part of Russia's settlement category, where inmates wear civilian clothes and, under limited supervision, may leave certain facilities. On October 22, 2016, during a shift at a concrete plant, he is believed to have simply walked away. No alarms, no pursuit, just silence. According to available reports, he was 9 months from release. Some sources suggest he received 4 additional years for the escape. Others say He was never found. And if that's true, he may be the only person ever reported to escape Black Dolphin. Not by force, not by breaking through steel, but by stepping through a gap no one thought existed and disappearing into myth. It remains unconfirmed, but in a place built for total control, even a whisper of freedom is unforgettable. Built in the 1700s, Black Dolphin was never meant to be humane, and yet over 2 centuries later, it may be even harsher now than when it first opened. A place designed not just to hold people, but to erase them. Alexander Alexandrov reportedly walked free, but no one, according to all known records, has ever escaped the prison's maximum security core. That part of Black Dolphin remains impenetrable. For the 700 men still inside, every day is a silent battle. To endure, to obey, to survive, sink or swim. Most sink. But it raises a question. When a society builds a place so absolute, so final, what does that say about the monsters inside and the system that keeps them there? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you feel that pull to keep searching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a step in our journey to uncover what still hides on this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.